Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the closing bell here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. Well, we finished the day, all three major indices, all-time highs, closing highs. Dow Jones was up today around 0.4%, almost 0.5%. At 18,957, you had the NASDAQ up about almost 0.9%, 0.89%. At 53.69, and the S&P 500 finished the day up about 0.7%, almost 0.8%, at 2198.18. And to wrap it all up, our small cap, Russell 2000, for the, I think, 15th straight day, finished up about almost 0.5% at 0.47% at 1321. It's been quite an impressive upside move, and the action, though, comes on this holiday shortened trading week on lower than average volume. As a matter of fact, just taking a look at the New York Stock Exchange, we had about 864 million shares. On average, you would typically see about almost a billion shares, a little over a billion shares trade. On the NASDAQ, there were 1.7 billion shares that were traded. On average, you usually would typically see at this time of the year around 2 billion shares. We did have advancers outpacing decliners on both New York and the NASDAQ. And we also, as I look at it, see new highs outpacing new lows. So the momentum right now is to the upside. It is a little bit of a grind. And with these all-time highs, people are starting to look at how high is high. Seeing where the relative strength came in today, it was pretty obvious. It came in the energy sector. You could look at the U.S. diesel and heating, UHN, that was up 4.7%. Gasoline, UGA, up 4.6%. Oil was up. Take a look at USO, up 4.4%. Oil, gas, exploration, and production also through XOP ETF, up 4%. Nat gas, up 3.5%, UNG would be the ETF you could look at. And we saw Canada, ticker symbol for that ETF that tracks Canadian stocks, EWC, up 1.944%. Makes sense. They're a commodity-based economy, especially with oil and gas. Those sectors were up, and so we saw some relative strength there. Where we did see some relative strength was notable. One of the obvious areas was volatility. If you take a look at the VXX, which tracks the volatility index, VIX, down 4.5%. You also saw Wilder Hill Clean Energy, PBW, down about almost 1% at 0.94%. You saw Provident Financial Services down, PFFS. We saw financials. The most notable were some financials that we discussed in the strategy now. That was down 0.7%. And we also saw some REITs, VNQ and Cohen and Steers REIT, ICF, was down about 0.4%, almost 0.5%. We also saw that the weakness in the dollar continued into the day. That was also a catalyst for stocks and also the commodity markets. UUP, the ETF that tracks the dollar, was down about 0.3%. And we also saw real estate was under pressure. IYR, which tracks some of the real estate names, was down about 0.1%. That's interesting because we do have data out tomorrow. It's going to have the existing home sales number for October coming out. Right now, they're expecting about 5.4 million units being moved. It's going to be released at 10 a.m. Eastern time. IYR alone, we saw that it was down about 0.1% in front of that economic report that's going to be out at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. But Simon Properties, American Tower, Public Storage, and Crown Castle International Corp., those four names alone are 20% of that ETF. So we're going to see if, in fact, those names start to move in advance of the release of that data and post that data. We'll watch that on the open tomorrow. So join us tomorrow on the opening bell at 9:30 Eastern time, and we'll be talking about this. Well, that's it for now. Markets are on all-time high. I am going to start getting ready for Turkey Day. It's coming up. It's a very important day for me. And we will be getting also prepared for the remainder of the week. Now, do remember, Tuesday is going to be really the last full trading day that's going to have some momentum to it. Wednesday, you'll see that not only will the action taper off by about noon, the afternoon session should be pretty quiet, barring any headline risk. So we'll be aware of that. Thursday, the market's closed, and Friday, the market will be on a half day, and we will be dark here at MarketStream.live. I will not be on giving any updates on that half day. So I'll be in comatose after having a tryptophan overdose from all the turkey I will have eaten. So till then, we will see you tomorrow morning. We'll have the overnight review, and we will also have the opening bell. So join us at 8:30 Eastern time to kick your day off. We'll look at all the overnight action, post-action in Asia, and we'll see how Europe's opening, and we'll see how the U.S. futures are opening. And then we'll go over the opening bell. What's hot? We'll take a look at these names in the real estate sector, as well as all of the other names that would be moving on the open. So till then, we'll see you. Have a great evening, and thank you for watching MarketStream.live. Take care.